Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing my what solds for last week, Monday through Thursday, which is June 24th through the 27th. And y'all, summer slowdown's definitely showing in this house. I had 3 below average days and then 1 amazing day. And that's how it's kind of been. I'll have a couple of below average and then an amazing and then a pitiful, just pitiful. But it is what it is. Just keep on doing what you need to do. I'm continuing to try to list about 20 a day. But as you can see, we're really hitting the clothes hard. So I've been listing more clothes and it's showing that I'm selling more clothes. And just, y'all, it is miserably hot here. Miserably hot. And I know it's hotter in other parts of the country, but for around here, I woke up this morning and all of our windows, every window has condensation on it because it is so humid outside. And it's just a good day to stay in and just get some work done. Definitely, definitely. All right. Don't think I've got anything else to talk about. Trying to rack my brain right this second. Might as well do my commercial. I've not done it in a while, but down in the description of our videos, I have lots of links to different things, to the different platforms, to my eBay store. If you use the links like Mavely and eBay and go into my store through those links, I get a small percentage of anything that you buy over the next 24 hours. It just doesn't cost you anything extra, and it just kind of helps, us. Also, I have affiliate links for American Bubble Boy, List Perfectly, My Reseller Genie, and probably a few more that I'm not recollecting at this moment. Just all the things that you can do to support. The cheapest and best thing to do is, if you like our content, give us a thumbs up and put a comment in the videos. So I appreciate all the support that you guys give us in, just helping support our channel. Had 2 sales on Mercari. Not sure why it's on this weird picture. First one is this Fraggle Rock vehicles from the 1980s. The set of 3 sold for $8. And then this New Orleans lobster by Dolly Boo sold for $6.50. And then 1 sell on Poshmark. Y'all, Poshmark, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, except maybe cross-listing, because why cross-list? Why spend that time when I could be listing more stuff on eBay and selling more stuff? But I will keep doing it. Because I do make some sales, and I'm hoping by 4th quarter that sales are going to pick up on all of the platforms. But this was a nice sale though, so I can't complain too much. This is a vintage Douglas Cuddle Toys dog plush, and it sold for $40. Now eBay, if you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping, so the buyer, in addition to what I sell this product for, has also paid shipping. Somebody asked a question once that, is this before or after fees? This is before fees. This is the I guess, gross of what the buyer paid. And then, of course, I have to pay all of the different fees. The final value fees, probably 75% of my items also sell through promoted listings. So I have to pay that fee. And then all the other things that we have to pay in to have our businesses. But this is an Animal Adventure Gray Elephant from 2016, sold for $13. This is a lionfish plush. It didn't have any manufacturer on it. This person actually sent me several messages. Did I have any more? And please ship this in a poly bag. Probably was going into a very small mailbox. But sent me several messages. Please make sure this gets shipped in a poly bag. So we did. And it sold for $9.99. All right. I don't always do this, but every once in a while, somebody will send me a message and say, you know, I only want one of the items. Sometimes I'm like, you know, especially if it's pre-boxed or something like that, sometimes I'll say I'd rather sell as a set. I don't want to split it up. But this particular one, they offered me $7 just for the bookmark, the item on the left. So I just said to them in messages, you know, go ahead and make me an offer. And in the terms of the offer, tell me that it's for the bookmark only, which she did that. I screenshotted that whole screen before I accepted it. And that way, you know, I have proof that they only asked and only paid for the bookmark. So I don't always do it, but, you know, sometimes it's just easier than taking the listing down and then listing it and possibly not making the sale. Maybe they move on, forget about it, change their mind. So sometimes I'll do it. So this bookmark by itself sold for $7. And it was, I think, pretty sure it was from Russ. All right, this is a viewer sale. So thank you so much, Raquel. Raquel wanted these glass tumbler sets that had a Mexico theme on them. And they sold for $19.95. So thanks again, Raquel. All right, Disney Toy Story Woody and Buzz plush dolls sold for $17.95. I have sold this a couple of times now, so anytime I find the two of them together, I have been listing them this way. Hug Fun, not a brand I pick up very often, but it's a nice quality. I put it comparable to like Kelly Toy, but they do take a while to sell. And they are usually bread and butter. So these last couple of sourcing trips, unless it's something very unique or cute, I've just kind of been staying away from that brand. But this was a black gorilla plush and it sold for $8.05. Littlest Pet Shop, be careful with them. There are a lot of fakes out there. You need to check that neck to see if I think it's supposed to be like white. Make sure it has like the magnet in the bottom. But this one was a 665 Basset Hound Dog, sold for $8.96. All right, this has been listed forever. I'm not sure where I came up with the original price, but I went back, checked for others that are listed, had any sold, went into WorthPoint, and I got this $35 offer, and I decided that it was a good offer, so I went ahead and accepted it. Sometimes that happens, you know, you pick a price point when you originally list it based on whatever facts you're having at that time. Maybe there was none, so I just decided because it's Target, and I do well with some of the Target plush, that I'd throw a high price on there and wait and see what happens. Or maybe at that point, there was one that I could see. I didn't see it anywhere else. You know, I checked Terapeak, I checked Target. I actually think there were some that sold for less than this. So I was very thrilled to go ahead and get it gone because it had been listed before last year. So $35. All right, Kyle and Dina Lovey blanket sold for $11.44. Like I tell you guys all the time, I pick up most Loveys. Because even like some of the dollar store ones, I think Squiggles is maybe one at Swiggles. I can't remember the brand. I've sold those in the past in my bread and butter range, but still they do sell. Powerpuff Girls, this is Blossom. I thought it would sell quicker, but it took a couple of months and sold for $8.06. Tupperware, I actually sold a couple of pieces of Tupperware, but it's something that I've started to move away from unless I can see better than bread and butter comps. They take space. Just, you know, a lot of times they can be shipped ground advantage, so I need to find boxes that accommodate some of the different sizes, you know, because it's just not going to fit in one of my small boxes. It's just, I'm starting to move away from them unless there's something unique. But this was a sunflower tote storage picnic basket type vintage piece, and it sold for $22.91. Monster High Laguna doll from 2008. It took a while. She had some condition issues, so I went ahead and accepted a $17 offer. Jessica Simpson baby doll, pajamas, nightgown, not quite sure what you call them, sold for $10. Dakin dinosaur hand puppet from 1991 sold for $12.50. Dandy blue rabbit plush sold for $8.05. Very cute. It was little, like 5 inches tall. Y'all, destroyed and distressed jeans and jean shorts. We're selling tons of them. Just because they look rough, don't discount that they're going to sell. We're selling tons right now. I actually have the word destroyed in these because they've got holes that I don't think were the original holes put in them. I just take close-up pictures of everything. And these American Eagle black jeans sold for $17.71 in less than 2 months. This sold immediately. So, it is what it is. Sometimes you'll think, well, I went back and checked comps because, your brain goes, well, did I list this wrong? But it seemed to be right on. But it was a Nintendo Game Boy Color storage case. Picked it up when we were out in Missouri for $1. And it sold probably within a couple of hours of listing for $16.95. Old Navy bootcut women's jeans, $10. Tupperware, again listed for a long time. This is the Gel and Serve gelatin mold set, and I took a best offer of $8.75. Tyco Sesame Street plush. These are the 8-inch ones from the 90s. I had, I think, several of these listed individually. Picked up another one and just decided, I've been doing this a lot. I've been ending, like all the Peppa Pigs and making one lot, all the PJ Masks and making one lot. And it's they're selling for me. And I think heading into fourth quarter, I'm going to make more lots because they tend to sell better during fourth quarter. But again, I listed this, well, it was listed back in October, and they sold for $22.45. Just listed these, picked up a bunch in a bin at the St. Louis bins, maybe the Nashville bins, because all of it's a blur now. I think there's more. I think there's others in another bag. But these were the ones I initially found and shared with you guys. Put them in a lot, and they sold within the month for $17.50. Clifford the Big Red Dog. All right, these probably would have done better except for the condition. And they always have this wear on their nose. I think the nose is just a little bit further out from the body, and they take a beating, when being played with by toddlers. This is from the Fisher-Price My First Dollhouse series. Lots of paint wear, and they sold for $10. Hallmark, again, probably a brand I'm going to start staying away from more often. They're slow sellers, and again, bread and butter when they do sell. This was a Halloween bear with the skeleton nylon body. I picked up 2 at some point, and this is the last one to sell, $8.75. These next 2 is from a single buyer. She bought 2 sets of My Little People. This is Sarah and Sonia. They sold for $6.71. I shoot for like $2.50 to $3 for most of the contemporary Little People stuff. And then she bought the 2, the hippo and the elephant, for $8.75. Maxar, never heard of that brand, but we call them sparkle butts. But these are jeans with some embellishments and stuff on them. and they sold for $11.41. Mud women's jean shorts, again, listed for a while, finally sold. We're selling a lot of shorts, a lot right now. And a lot of them have this distressing and, or, holes in them. $8.56. Hollister women's cutoff skirt sold for $10. Another viewer sale, so thank you so much, Sherry. Sherry bought this Build-A-Bear Aladdin Abu Monkey for $9.95. Dinosaur plush. I don't think the tag told me who the manufacturer was, so I could tell it was vintage. Cute, and it sold for $17.95. Dakin, y'all, Dakin Russ Applause gunned. I'm going to pick up a lot of that plush. I just love it. Love it. But this was a Fritz Dalmatian dog hand puppet from 1987, sold for $13.45. Funny story with this is I just finished inventorying the basket that these were in, and I almost pulled the listing because they've been listed forever. I can't really tell what they went to, didn't know who the manufacturer was, but just decided to let them go and get them the next round if for sure they were still going to be there. And they sold. Maybe because I touched them, maybe because I thought about them, I don't know. But I just inventoried them, and $7.15. Dickies men's carpenter jeans. Carpenter jeans sell well. Anytime you see them, definitely check the comps. These sold for $21.68. Showing you this because it's another one of those things I'm probably not going to pick up anymore. These are the larger plush, like pillows from the movie Spirit. I've used to get like $15 to $20 for them. Not so much anymore. And they've been listed since last year, and I ended up selling it for $8.38. In fact, I saw one or two of them just this past weekend at yard sales, and even at 50 cents, I'm just not going to pick them up anymore. They're big. They take up a lot of space, and they take a while. Just listed this, just showed it, I think, recently in a video. This is called a Watchable. They're from Hasbro. Let's see what the date is. My little thing here is covering it. 1985. Mine did not have the watch. Sold within a couple of hours of listing it, and it's an international sell through the eBay International program. Sold for $14. Now this, just showed this in a recent haul, and I said on there, even if they don't work, pick them up, especially if they're clean, they've got their eyelashes. And this one ended up not working. Could not get it to do anything with the batteries. And it sold for $20.66. All right, these next two are from a single buyer. Picked up my Dakin Tiger Plush from 1981. Has the nutshells in it. Sold for $8.06. And then she also bought this Dakin Bumblebee from 1980, and it sold for $7.62. All right, I could not get this clean. I tried. So I just put the big read in the title and then put in the condition notes. Does have discoloration and stains and wear to the fabric around the mouth, and took an offer of $10 for it. Look at these shorts, y'all. I'm telling you. Destroyed, distressed. These are American Eagle Shorty Tom Girl shorts, and they sold for $13.51. Unipack Bumblebee. Not a brand I normally will pick up, but I picked it up because of insects. I like to pick them up. I don't find a lot of them, so I tend to pick them up when I can. It's funny, I've sold 2 bumblebees in this series. And this one sold for $11.66. Mattel Barbie pink saddle from 2008. I don't mind listing these lower dollar items because, you know, if I put this in a lot, it may not sell because it needs to be to somebody who's trying to find the saddle for a horse. And so I tend to list them, and it sold at my full asking price, $7.95. Another Tupperware. This is a Tupperware Crispit salad bowl, sold for $11. Pottery Barn. Again, it's a hard sell. They just don't do very well for me. This is Ivory the polar bear, and it's sold within a month for $11.66, but I have others that have been listed forever. Disney Toy Story Lotso Bear. This is the scented one. I'm very careful with the condition of the ones that are scented because if you wash them, they're going to lose most of their scent. So I always make sure that they're in excellent condition if I'm going to pick them up. Still, this one took forever to sell, $11.66. I just sold a different Lion King lot. I, again, pulled all of my Lion King figures down because I had found some more and divided them back up again. I had some that were just a base, some that were loose, but didn't have a base. And then I had this set that were all Burger King. And this set, again, they both sold very quickly, $12.10. Some of my better sells for the week. This sat for a while. I want to say I paid a couple dollars for it. At a yard sale, it is Tyco Dream Builders building set. Like Lego, but don't say Lego. I did not put that in there, but this is the Tyco version. It was actually 2 sets, but probably not complete. It was an ice cream shop and the castle. I put in my condition notes, you know, it's not complete. There's 2 sets mixed, 1 figure from one set, a horse from the other. But it had a lot of stuff, and I thought I put it on the higher end of the Tyco Dream Builders comps that I was able to pull up, and it sold very, very quickly for $40. This has also been listed a while. I've not heard of this brand before. She was called a So Truly Mine doll, 16-inch by Linda Murray. Pretty sure I picked this up at a church sale. Most of the things that day I paid $1 and $2 for. I think it's the same church that I bought all of the My Little Ponies at last year. And finally sold. I listed her in August, which that's, yeah, about that same time frame. So pretty sure she was from there. And I took a best offer of $45 for her. Then I sold one of my Fisher-Price sets that my friend Sam helped me acquire. And this is the 985 Happy Houseboat Yacht Boat set. It was not complete. It had the hard part, the hard to find piece in this set is that yellow life preserver, but it looked like a dog had gotten a hold of it and chewed it. That was its only bad thing. They were in really good condition otherwise, and it sold for $60. I paid $50 for 5 sets, and I've already been selling quite a few, so I'm in the pure profit at this point on these sets. So thanks, Sam. And then my best sell was this. Legos. I had tons of Legos that I had picked up here, there, and everywhere. If I buy a set of Legos at one yard sale, I try not to mix them up unless I'm just pulling out the minifigs because, you know, I don't want to not have one thing. You know, I have something in this lot that really should have been in that lot. So this was a mix of like Ninjago and Star Wars. It was a large lot, so I put a hefty price on it. And sold finally after, let's see, 4 months for an offer of $90. So I got tons of low offers on it, $40, $50. But, you know, I held out for something a little bit better. All right. That's what's selling for me. If you've got, you know, I have a Facebook group, so we try to run a month-long post about things that are selling, you know. So if you want to share some of your really good sales for others to be looking for, go make a post. My admin, Beth, does a really good job of keeping it going. And, you know, it helps all of us to share what's selling for you, you know, whether it's bread and butter or those high dollar things. So, you know, please go into the Facebook group and share some of your sales also, just to kind of help all of us, especially those that are struggling right now to get sales and having a difficult time sourcing. You know, it just help out. Help a fella out, right? All right, y'all, it's time to get to work. Bye.